BpsRps live for 4/22, April 4th. A couple days removed from April Fools, of course. A couple days away from opening day. Philly sold out. They were my tickets. They were supposed to be my tickets, but Philly sold out, so we're going to play it by ear to see if we're going to sneak into Citizens Bank Park, watch Oakland demolish the A's. Demolish Philadelphia. Or I don't know. I think it's something. But opening day is almost here. We didn't think it would happen, but it is. So today in baseball, nothing really happened. The Yankees acquired David McKay from the Rays. I don't even know who David McKay is. I'm a little surprised Oakland reassigned Eric Thames. He was always good for like 30 home runs. I guess the infield's looking like Lowry, Kemp, Andrew, Smith, and Neuse. Chris Sale, 60-day DL. A couple of people were suspended for a PED. About all that happened. Nothing really major. How about Julio Rodriguez? He's going to start this season for Seattle. Not demoting him. Top 5 prospect, maybe even top 2 prospects in baseball. J-Rod and Torkelson is starting with the Tigers. That's really exciting. They're not playing manipulation games like Pittsburgh's playing with O'Neill Cruz. Today in baseball history, Hank Aaron tied Babe Ruth today in 1974 with a home run. Obi, how are you, sir? Just talking about opening day here. Carl Rhodes today, 1994, Tuffy Rhodes. He had 3 home runs off Dwight Gooden today. I'm sure we all remember that. There's a nice Tuffy Rhodes 91 Fleer card floating around somewhere. Carl Rhodes, he had 13 career home runs. 3 of them came on opening day. What's up, Andrew? How are you, sir? Couple birthdays today. Scott Rowland, 1975. Was he a future dentist? Oh, that's great. Yeah, today he tied Babe Ruth. That was pretty amazing. Was there? Yeah, there was one dude who met him rounding third. That's right. I didn't know he was a future dentist. Tommy Herr was born today, 1956. He was a pretty good middle infielder. Jim Fregosi, 1942, former manager of the Phillies. He insinuated that all Philadelphians have carnal relations with their sisters and mothers. Tris Speaker, he was a great center fielder. He was born in 1888. I thought I was old. With opening day among us, Andrew, our Angels correspondent, Obi, Braves correspondent, what do you guys think about your team's chances this year? That's amazing. You meet Hank Aaron, you go on the base paths to meet Hank Aaron, and then you open a dental practice. A couple years later. Titletown, USA, yes. It's well deserved. It is, especially Seattle's got the rebuilding going on. Texas, they signed a lot of free agents, but they still have some weak areas. Houston looks okay, but the pitching, Oakland might be lucky to win 10 games, so that AL West is wide open for the Angels. The NL East, it's got to be the Braves, right? The Phillies beefed up, but they still have bullpen issues. The Mets are the Mets. They can win every offseason, but by midseason, they're selling off the parts. The Nationals, Marlins are too young. I can see Braves, Phillies, Marlins, Mets, Nationals in the NL East. AL West, That's really tough. Seattle beefed up, but they're still young, rebuilding. It's wide open. It really is. The Central is, I think, what's all the strong teams in the AL East, except the Orioles. KC, Cleveland out in the Central. I think I agree with you on that. Olsen out playing Freeman. Ozuna back. What about Soroka? Is he still hurt? Is he coming back? Is Detmers starting in the rotation? Ohtani, of course. Sandoval, he's a nice, what's it called? Soroka and Morton, all right. Sandoval might have a really nice year, under the radar kind of guy. What about Jaime Barria? I don't think I saw he made the rotation. Demers is the sixth starter. That's good. Nice. Break the rookie in slowly. The bullpen. I got him in a couple leagues. I thought like maybe he'd have a nice year. Hey, he's an injury away maybe from starting, but nice. Rendon's healthy. Trout. He's one of those kind of guys. Keep him in the pen or lose him. I just see a whirlwind come down. It's the cat with a snowball, and she's running up the stairs with it. I never knew cats to like snowballs. It's the furry ones. Crazy. Whatever. I'm going to run over to the sportsbook casino this week. I'm going to share a bet. Harper for MVP. I know he's not a fan. I know not everybody's fans of Harper, but with Acuna not start, I don't think he's starting for like a month. I think he's going to be out the first month. Tatis is out 3 months. Soto's on the Nationals, so they'll probably walk him every at bat. It's May. Okay, so the two of the best players aren't playing all season. I think Harper could be a dark horse candidate to win MVP, and I think he's got like pretty long odds too. So I'm going to try that. I also put down a bet. More hits, Trout or Ohtani. I bet on Trout. I'm betting on health there. And I put Harper over Soto for most home runs. Those two I put in already. I'm going to go back and put the Harper for MVP. You would go with Trout over Ohtani? I could see that happening. I could see Ohtani getting more rest. I mean, last year, 40 home runs, 20 steals. Well, that's amazing. But you could bet anything. You could bet like the league leader in stolen bases. It's crazy. Yeah, Ohtani's amazing. He's just like a physical specimen. What he does is amazing. More players should try that. Take up one roster spot. You have an ace pitcher and a cleanup hitter extraordinaire. It's amazing. If I wasn't like 5'6" and 40 pounds overweight and 20 years younger, well, maybe 30 years younger, that's what I would be doing. If I was like, like a 15-year-old kid, I'd start developing both pitching and hitting. Oh wait, I did try that when I was young. I was told at some point you're all told at some point you can no longer play the game. I was told when I was like 6. You guys remember Pro Set, the football cards? These are baseball now. This is Andrew Painter, Phillies #1 draft pick from last year. Probably be out of baseball in about 5 years. And this is part of the trivia prize tonight. See, I never got around. I couldn't even hit right-handed. my dominant side. I tried left-handed once or twice, but I mean, but most people be happy just to switch it. This guy does everything. That's like a quarterback being a great, I don't know, safety. Probably harder to do the baseball thing. These are the trivia prizes. The question. I don't have any new packs. Ground ball hits left, more power righty. That's Hotani, right? Or you? That was you, right? You were the ground ball lefty, power righty. All right. I guess everybody has a more powerful side. This is Sportflix hobby. I have no new ones. Just nothing like really like. Wow, I gotta get them. Goddamn prices went up so high. They're never at the stores. Cliff Floyd. It was a pretty solid player. I don't think he could stay healthy. The Expos. Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer. He's a great player. He wasn't like really solid. Like it wasn't like dominant in one category, but it was like all around solid player. Albany Polecat. Who's that? Floyd? I would guess Floyd, not Larkin, right? Albany Polecat. That's a great team name. Hawk Dawson. Speaking of cats and pets and stuff, he was a hawk. Cliff Floyd. Albany. Where were they? Was that which farm team was that? Was that Boston's team or Expos farm system? Ozzie Guillen. Osmosis. Wizard of Oz. Expos Double A. Could have been Hawk Dawson too, right? He played. He was an Expo. The Orioles. Oh wow! It's amazing how these cities like switch allegiances every couple of years. Scranton Wilkes-Barre, what used to be the Phillies, now it's been the Yankees for like 10 years. Jay Bell, it's Albert Bell's brother. They're like Siamese twins, these guys, fraternal twins. Oh wow, that was a squad. Urbina, we all know he was arrested for attempting or he killed somebody with a machete in the Dominican Republic, I believe. Robin Yount. He's been banned. We don't condone that. We don't condone killing people with machetes and setting them on fire. Williams, Bernie Williams, guitarist also for the Angels. Dave Hollins. His nickname was Psycho or Chucky. I think Chucky because he was like crazy for the '93 Phillies. He was an Angel too, Andrew. I think they traded Hollins to the Angels when they started rebuilding. 2000 Bowman. This is home of the rookie card. What year is Dale Murphy rookie? 77, I think. So the goal here is the 77 tops Dale Murphy. Keep getting pop-ups here from Windows Security. I have potentially unwanted apps. All right, we'll see if he's in here. All right, let's see. Corey Koski, former Twin. Third baseman. Not a jobber, but not a mid-carder. Ben Broussard. He was an Indian at one point. He's red hair. My God, Jeff Getz. He was a Philly at one point. He's a Marlin here. I'm thinking of Jeff Geary. I'm not going to spend too much time thinking about Jeff Getz. Javier Cardona. You know, when I first read that, I thought it was Brendan McKay. What's a David McKay? Is that Dylan's father? Never heard of this guy. Javier Cardona, Tiger. Kurt, if you're watching, what the hell's a Javier Cardona? Like that's weird. You don't see too many intra-division trades. $47. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of him. Pat Manning. Oh wow, is a Brave. Danny Manning's kid. He played for the Braves. David McKay. Sounds like a closer or a middle reliever name. Jeffrey Tomlinson. Definitely never made the majors. Here you go, Kevin Mench. He was good for 20 home runs a year. 20 exactly, I think it was. He was a Mench. He was a good guy, this guy. Texas Ranger outfielder. Had a lot of power. Gabe Kapler, former manager of the Phillies, by title only. Current manager in real life of the Giants. It's funny, he didn't know what to do when he was with the Phillies. He goes to the Giants, he wins the division. Joe Girardi wins a World Series with the Yankees. He comes to Philly, forgets how to manage. What is it with these people? What's up, King M? Welcome back. It's funny, you come on and we get Gabe Kapler. His first soccer. Oh, that's amazing. How was that? Congratulations. How'd he do? Did you have fun? Obi, Jose Vidro. Speaking of the Albany Polecats, you may have seen him that time too. And this is going in your stash because you may have seen him. And Cliff Floyd is going to you too. We're going to recollect the Albany Polecats roster for you. Here's a TV piece, Matt Belizzo, Atlanta TV. The TV is the only TV good one I got was a Vlad Senior a couple weeks ago. The rest are all like Matt Belizzo. Take the good with the bad. Take them both, you know, and there you have the fact of life. 95 Tops, Series 1. King M, anyone's I get, I'll start putting on the side for you. He was a good player. I think he was, I think he stayed healthy too long, right? King M, are you off Friday? John Smoltz. There you go. What are you mad at? Don't be mad, be glad. I mean, it depends on what you're mad at. Johnny Smoltz was a great pitcher. He hated Citizens Bank Park. He still talks smack on it. Kent Merker, he had a good couple of years, right? Bill Izzle. I don't think I was even named to make the playoffs. My team was not, I don't think, selected to do anything. At least you got a belt. In Mike's league, it's called Perfect Game. He has contests where you like guess who's making the playoffs, who predict who's winning it, blah blah blah. 2 teams in a row predicted he's not making the playoffs. I think the 8 teams that did submit guesses that didn't pick my team because I'm still in the rebuilding stage. That is disrespect against the reigning champion, though, Mike. You should kick them out of the league. Just go to Fantrax, delete owner. Just, you know. Juan Guzman. They should show some respect for the league champion and the commissioner. Even if they don't mean it. Wow, future star LaTroy Hawkins. He wasn't a star, but at least he made the majors. Pretty close. They picked much worse. Right? No mercy. Mike doesn't mess around as commissioner, I'll tell you that much. One day he came on the board. He's like, yeah, this team's not in the league anymore. He just wasn't active enough. It wasn't like I'm thinking about getting rid of this owner. He just said, he's not active enough, so he's gone. We'll replace him in a week. M2. See? We're extolling his virtues as commissioner. We pull out an M2. Mickey Morandini. All right, here's a prospect. I can't. Gene Schall. He was a former Philly prospect. He did nothing. Scott Teleneo, Harold Williams, and Ray Brown. This is probably the worst card that you can ever hold in your hand. There's 4 prospects, and none of them even sniffed probably AA. Knoxville. He was on WrestleMania. And was that true? Gar Finball, Brent Gates. I would have liked to see Stone Cold. Jim Eisenreich. Maybe stand-up triple. Terry Pendleton manning third base. Luis Poloni on the Yankees. He allegedly did bad things to underage girls, and we don't condone that. What did Stone Cold do? Travis Miller. Draft pick for what? Luis Gonzalez and Ricky Bones. This is a rough pack. Geronimo Baroa, Andy Van Slyke. Slyke was a good player, but Baroa, Oakland. He stunned everybody. I gotta watch the highlights of that. My final pack I got is a 92 Fleer. This is the holiday edition. The goal here is any of their inserts. They went from yellow 91 to 92. He stunned Vince. Record setters. Joe Carter, 400 home runs. Danny Darwin, Greg Myers. He was the scientist. Myers was a bad catcher. Nolan Ryan and Wade Boggs. We pulled the same exact pack out the other night. Kind of. Because I remember Ryan and Boggs back to back. And Kip Gross, Craig Worthington. How could the same cards be in the same packs right back to back? Doug Jones, Mike Stanton. Wow, Remlinger and Milligan. Ryan Sandberg. Oh, here's an All-Star card. These are really nice All-Star cards. We got I think Larkin the other night, Rafael Palmeiro. Only 24 of them in this set. They're really sweet. I like them. Sandberg, Brian Holman. Wow. Eric Bullock, Carlos Quintana, Scott Scudder. This is really, really bad. This is a bad night. All right, trivia prizes. As we showed earlier, this is Andrew Painter in the shades of, I think, 91 Pro Set football. They made baseball. Javier Baez, Mookie Betts, Manny Machado, Nick Madrigal, Cabrian Hayes, Josiah Gray, Jose de Jesus, Ethan Wilson, Bowman Chrome first, couple Kazakos. Who was the American League MVP last year? Don't type the answer, retweet it at the end of the broadcast. So, all right, fellas, that's all I got tonight. Good talking. Sorry about the cards. The cards were pretty horrible. But what are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. So, all right, fellas, thank you all for joining. You guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Everybody have a great evening. Thank you.